The set was alive with pre-shoot activity. Lights glowed softly, the director gave quiet instructions, and Jordi's co-star, a tall brunette, was posing for promotional photos in the next room, camera flashes lighting up the space like little stars. Jordi sat relaxed in a director's chair near the edge of the main set, legs crossed casually, glancing at his phone without really focusing. A shadow crossed his view. He looked up. Brittany Dutch, one of the crew members part of the lighting team, stood there holding a coiled cable. She wore her usual black tank top and cargo shorts, blonde hair pulled back in a loose ponytail with a few strands framing her face. She had a natural, sun-kissed look that stood out under the set lights. "Hey, superstar," she said with a small smile, setting the cable on a nearby crate. "You look like you're waiting for something exciting." Jordi grinned and put his phone down. "Just passing the time until we start. You know, Brittany, you're pretty enough to be in front of the camera yourself." She laughed lightly, crossing her arms and leaning against the crate. "That's what you say to all the crew. Only the ones who could actually handle it." He leaned forward slightly, voice warm. "You've got the look. Great presence. Most people get nervous around cameras. I don't think you would." Brittany tilted her head, curious. A faint blush touched her cheeks, but she held his gaze. Flattery from the star himself. "Should I believe it?" "Believe it." He stood up slowly, stepping closer. The rest of the crew was busy moving equipment, adjusting lights, the photographer still calling directions in the other room. No one was watching this quiet corner behind the large reflector screen. She didn't move away. "Maybe you could show me," she said softly, half teasing, half serious. "Teach me what it's like being on that side." Jordi's pulse quickened. He reached out gently, brushing a loose strand of hair behind her ear, his fingers lingering lightly on her neck. "Careful what you wish for, Brittany. I don't do half measures." Her breath caught for a second. "Who said I want half measures?" That was enough. He glanced around once the crew still focused elsewhere, the director calling for one more angle. "Safe." Jordi guided her behind the tall silver reflector, the panel blocking them from view. It wasn't complete privacy, but it was enough. Brittany's back pressed against the stand as he stepped close, the heat between them immediate. She looked up at him, eyes bright with curiosity and excitement. Without a word, she sank to her knees on the concrete floor, hands resting on his thighs. Jordi let out a quiet breath as she looked up at him, then leaned in, pressing soft kisses along his skin, exploring slowly. He threaded his fingers gently through her ponytail, guiding without rushing. After a minute he eased her back to her feet, turning her so she faced the reflector. Hands on her hips, he tugged her shorts down just enough. She braced herself against the metal frame, breathing faster now. "Quiet," he whispered against her ear. She nodded, biting her lip to stay silent. He moved slowly at first, careful, letting her adjust. Brittany let out a soft, shaky sound, fingers tightening on the stand. When he was fully close, pressed against her, she whispered, "Wow." He began moving steady, deep, controlled so the reflector barely shifted. Her body rocked gently with each motion. He slipped one hand under her tank top, brushing over sensitive skin, making her tighten around him in response. They found a rhythm quickly. She pushed back to meet him, eager. He moved faster, one hand gently covering her mouth to muffle the small sounds escaping despite her